Hey, what's going on YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite sports to play, a champion with the most crowd control abilities in his kit, Nautilus. This deep sea titan can easily lock down enemy champions, setting up your carries for the easiest of kills. He has an incredible ability to engage, and it's impossible to miss your point and click ultimate, an ability that will knock up all enemies in its way. I will be going over items, runes, and skills in this mini Season 11 Nautilus support guide. Nautilus is your typical tanky support, so it's likely that you can guess which mythic item I recommend. Locket of the Iron Solari. This mythic item costs only 2,500 gold, making it a cheap and effective item to buy as a first item power spike. It provides you with magic resistance, armor, and health, protecting you from a wide variety of damage. Locket's active ability provides you and your team with an enormous shield of up to 385 damage. This active shield prevents the enemy team from bursting your allies, allowing them to output a few extra seconds of damage. With the amount of damage available in Season 11, even just these few moments of extra damage output can considerably turn the tides of a teamfight. Additionally, Locket has a hidden passive that provides your team with an aura of tankiness. Nearby ally champions gain 5 additional armor and 5 additional magic resistance, which equates to nearly 200 extra worth of gold in resistances. Although Locket of the Iron Solari will usually be your primary item choice, against an AD heavy composition, consider buying Zeke's Convergence first instead. Zeke's has similar stats as Locket, but you trade some magic resistance for additional mana. This reworked item now activates anytime you immobilize an enemy champion, which is exactly what Nautilus does. Every auto attack by Nautilus will root the enemy champions. By immobilizing the enemy, your linked partner can easily deal over 100 magic damage per basic attack or ability to that target for the next 8 seconds. Following this item, consider buying a Thornmail, an armor heavy item that inflicts about 20 damage to the enemy whenever they auto attack you. This item also prevents enemies from healing when they attack you due to grievous wounds for the next 2 seconds. This healing reduction passive increases from 40 to 60% if you are able to immobilize them. I've talked extensively for item options against AD heavy enemies, but what about against AP heavy team comps? A cheap and effective magic resistance item for Nautilus would be Abyssal Mask. This item is similar to Thornmail and provides you with 350 health, but instead of armor, you get 60 magic resistance. Its passive also causes enemies to take 10% extra damage every time you immobilize them. You'll probably have noticed by now, but items that require you to immobilize targets synergize as well with Nautilus's kit. Here are a few example final builds for Nautilus support. For runes, there is only one rune page you need to take, which involves the keystone rune, Aftershock. Your primary role as Nautilus support is to engage on key targets to initiate high percentage winning teamfights. Once you engage, it is essential you proc this keystone rune to become extra tanky for the next 2.5 seconds. After this time period, you will release a shockwave of damage around you. Hopefully, within this period of engage, your teammates will have followed up and won the teamfight. Play aggressively with Nautilus and look for teamfights that are in your favor. As an all-in support, you want to ensure you stay in the teamfight as long as possible and absorb as much damage as possible before finding safety. Even if you end up dying, your ADC will likely have been able to pick up a double kill in lane, helping you snowball your way to victory. The Aftershock Keystone rune is followed by Shield Bash, Bone Plating, and Unflinching. The secondary tree can consist of one of 3 pairs, Mana Flow Band and Transcendence, Biscuit Delivery and Cosmic Insight, or Cheap Shot and Relentless Hunter. For skill upgrades, I like to start with Q, then E, then W. After this, I prefer to max E as it's almost impossible to misuse this ability. You can cast E after you engage with a hook, or you can cast E if you get engaged on yourself. In both aggressive and defensive situations, there's never a bad time to use it. The additional slow associated with maxing your E ability is also crucial in locking down targets. After you max E, upgrade W, then upgrade Q. There are some Nautilus players who like to max Q instead, but my playstyle is a lot more methodical and calculated. If I land a Q, I won't need another hook immediately after. I can play around the extra 4 seconds of cooldown and am quite patient with my next hook. When roaming or heading back to lane, make sure to use your hook to Spider-Man across the map. Hooking to Rain will refund half its mana cost and half the cooldown reduction. It can sometimes be intimidating to play an engaged support, but Nautilus is a great champion to start with if you need a tanky boy to add to your support pool. If you want some more gameplay tips to improve your Nautilus support, make sure to go visit my 7 quick tips video for Nautilus after watching this video. But before you go, make sure to hit that like button and consider hitting that subscribe button too. It really does help. Also, I do stream League on Twitch, so please feel free to come by and hang out with our community. Check the description box below to know when I go live. If you have any thoughts regarding Nautilus support, please let me know in the comments below. See y'all in Diamond.
Untiltable. Untiltable. With streamers. Untiltable. Untiltable.
That's gonna be, fascinating transition.